guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. For today's video, we are going to be doing something slightly different. Today, I'm going to be doing like a deep dive into the beauty industry, and I'm going to be talking about some brands that no longer excite me. By no means am I trying to say these are bad brands or brands I hate or anything of that sort. I'm just saying back in the day, I was really excited about these brands, what they were putting out and everything, and now I've just completely forgotten about their existence. I haven't seen up their products, I haven't searched them up, they just no longer excite me. And I think with the ever-changing beauty industry, it's just bound to happen that some brands are going to be like, you know what, we have our bestsellers, let's just keep going with them, we don't need to do more, these are doing well for us. And I think that's what has happened with these brands as well. So I'm going to be discussing those sort of things with you guys. Do let me know if you like to see more deep dives into beauty industry with me, wherein we can talk about Indian taxation systems, why some brands don't have enough shades here, or discontinued makeup brands, or discontinued products in general. Let me know if you like to see like deep dives into beauty as well. I have done a couple of videos like these where we talk about shady Indian brands and whatnot. I will leave some links up in the eye for you guys so you can go ahead and check that out. But yes, without any further ado, if you want to know about some brands that no longer excite me and why, then please keep on watching. The first brand is something I was a ride or die for, so it literally hurts my heart in talking about it, but you've got to do what you got to do. I'm talking about INGLOT or INGLOW, however you're supposed to pronounce it. And if you've been with me since a while, you would know back in the day, INGLOT was my everything. My first high-end or more expensive purchases were from this brand. I bought their makeup base and their eye primer and whatnot. Their freedom system was the most exciting thing for me because you could pick and choose your own shades for a palette and everything, and it was literally everything. I used to do so many INGLOT reviews as well because I used to buy so much INGLOT. I used to go in the store a lot of times, and actually a lot of their stores have closed down as well. I know as a matter of fact that the one in Pacific Mall in Delhi has completely shut down because I was there a couple of months ago and it wasn't there, and I was so sad to see that because again, I was saying I should just walk in the store and grab one 400 rupees eyeshadow and be like, woohoo, another INGLOT eyeshadow in my army of eyeshadows. I haven't seen them coming out with newer things. They haven't been on top of trends or things that have been doing well. Whatever they've been having since a while in their catalog is just there. There's nothing new, nothing innovative that they've done. And I think that's why they stopped exciting me as well, because when they were new, there was just so much that they had to offer. And now they don't have anything to offer. They still have that same silicone based primer, the same lipsticks. They again, honestly, are not doing anything new. Of course, they will have some staple products that would be there in my collection or a lot of makeup artist collection, like their Dura line and everything. But when it comes to something new or something that's more exciting, I don't see INGLOT as a brand that has been on the top of my list. The second brand I want to talk about is Revlon. And again, back in the day, Revlon was doing so many iconic things. Their color stay range, then they had those single eyeshadows that you could just click in and make your own palette, even though the quality wasn't the best, but still, the concept was iconic. Then they had their liquid eyeshadows, then they had their liquid lipsticks, so many different things that they were doing so well. Their color balms, they were just all over the place. But now I don't see anyone talking about Revlon at all. And it's not just an India thing, because I know a lot of times drugstore brands can't launch a lot of their products in India, taxations and whatnot, just the registration process, it's a task. But even outside, I don't see anyone talking about Revlon or something new that they've come out with. I think Revlon has focused a lot on their hair section, like they're coming out with new tools and everything that are being talked about a lot, but their makeup has taken a backseat, which is really sad because again, Revlon was such a cult classic staple product, and now I just don't see them having the hype any longer. And I feel like even if I like something from Revlon, I know I have so many other options now in the market that I don't need to repurchase from them, which is pretty sad. It's pretty sad to see such an iconic brand going down and down and down every single day. I know again, with their hair, they're really killing the game, but with their makeup, not so much. Sticking to the theme of drugstore giants, I also want to talk about L'Oreal really quickly. Now with L'Oreal, their discontinuing and their launching cycle has been so sporadic and so unexpected. It's so out of the blue that you don't know when something's going to get discontinued. Something's working well and it suddenly gets discontinued out of the blue. And it's like, wow, I was just about to restock that and now you're announcing that it's not going to be there in store. Actually, they don't even announce it. It's like, wow, it's just been out of stock for like 6 years now. So maybe it's been discontinued. I have some products from L'Oreal that I really really like and would ideally like to repurchase, but they're not there any longer because they've been discontinued. With L'Oreal, I think they've been focusing way more on their skincare game and their hyaluronic acid range. So they have a hyaluronic moisturizer, serum, toner, everything, but their makeup, not so much. And it's so sad because, again, with L'Oreal, they were doing so many great things. I think they've just come out with the skin tint foundation, but that's that. With the other things, nothing exciting has come out. How about like a hyaluronic blush, like a serum blush? That would be cool. Or like a hyaluronic spray on glowy setting spray or something of that sort. Like they could do so much because they have the budgets for sure, they have the R&D, they have the laboratories to do it for them. So I would just like to see some good stuff from them and be excited about L'Oreal all over again. Okay, now I want to talk a little bit more about some budget beauty brands. I know even though L'Oreal and Revlon are categorized as drugstore brands, their prices in India are sky high. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about some budget beauty brands that no longer excite me. The first one being streetwear. Now, streetwear is a sister brand from Revlon. So again, they have the budgets, they have the R&D, and they have everything under the sun to create good products. But back in the day, they sort of went out of business, so you couldn't get streetwear any longer. And now they have like relaunched of sorts, but it's like the same products in a different packaging, which again doesn't make sense to me because if you are going to be doing a relaunch, at least get some new products. Their products literally are the same but just in a newer chic packaging, nothing else. And that's why I was like, nah, I'm not gonna waste my money on this because it doesn't make sense to me. And I did not see it getting any hype across social media as well because of that same reason. I'm not the only one who's sitting here and thinking, wow, these are the same products. A lot of other people are going to be thinking that way, and that's why it was just so hush hush. And when I saw streetwear again online, I was like, wow, when did this happen? Because streetwear apparently went out of business and now it's back in business. So that was a moment, but it did not excite me any longer. A very similar brand in this way is L18 too. Now L18 did not go out of business again. L18 is owned by Hindustan Unilever, so they again have huge budgets. They can do so many things. But they again decide not to. They still have those same four old products that they had 10 years ago. They still have that glow compact, that glow foundation, and those lipsticks, which again are good lipsticks. I'm not saying they're bad lipsticks, but there's nothing new that they're doing while they could do so much. I know that they recently came out with liquid lipsticks, but now that we're into more glosses and more demi mattes, they're coming out with liquid lipsticks. It's just really L18 does not excite me any longer. Like back in the day, I remember buying all of the shades of the L18 lipsticks just to review and swatch it for you guys. And now when I saw that they came out with like liquid lipsticks, I was just like, yeah, I couldn't be bothered more with these. So I just think that they have the potential. They have so much potential. I just want them to do better things. And I know that they can do better things. They have the money to do that for sure. But I don't think the intention is there. And they know that lipsticks are going to sell. So let's just do a 130 rupees ka lipsticks because people will pick it up because it's so affordable and so cheap. I think that's what they know, that their TG is looking for some affordable makeup. And they're just putting out lipsticks after lipsticks and not doing anything else that's a little bit more innovative, a little bit more fun and fresh. The next brand I want to talk about is something I completely forgot existed, and it's funny because I actually went to the launch party of this brand and I was so excited for this brand. I'm talking about Bali Glow. Now, it was supposed to be this fun, upbeat, quirky brand that was inspired by Bollywood. I think the only inspiration were in the names and not in the products as such, but they were good quality products. I love their concealers and their liquid illuminators, but they have vanished off the face of internet. I feel like they're waiting to die down slowly and sell out on Nykaa because they only have 3 products listed on Nykaa right now. And I was just checking through and going through all of the products, and I saw that the expiration dates of the lipsticks is actually May 2022. So they have been on Nykaa since a while. They just haven't sold out, and that's why I think they're still listed on there because all of the other products have been taken down. And it's so sad to see that because it was a new brand. I think they launched like late 2018 or early 2019, and they were still so young and they had so much potential. I think the reason why they haven't been coming out with products, or the reason why they have died down so slowly, is because they import their products from China. They haven't been manufacturing their products, but they've been importing it from China. And with the COVID situation and everything going around, the logistics and supply chain have become so difficult, especially for smaller brands. They've just become supremely difficult. And I feel that's really sad because there's so much time and effort and love that are invested into any company, and no one should be going through this. I hope that they're able to like revive their company or relaunch it super soon because they did have some really good stuff going on. So yeah, Bali Glow is one of the brands that no longer excite me because there have been no new launches, and I think it's getting discontinued in a bit, which is really sad. Now, the last brand I want to talk about is not actually a makeup brand, but a subscription bag brand. And again, if you've been following me for a while, you would have guessed it by now. I'm talking about Fabbag. Now, back in the day, Fabbag was my everything. I used to wait for it every month. I used to unbox it with you every month. I used to review it out and everything. I feel like when beauty industry was still new in India, Fabbag was relevant because you could sample out so many things, you could try out so many brands. But now, when beauty industry has boomed and we have so many online platforms, we have mini products, we have free samples with purchases, I feel like Fabbag becomes a little redundant because you don't need to pay to get samples that you can get free with your purchases, or you can just buy that one mini product that you truly want to try and not be forced to use 4 other products that come in with the bag. I feel like in a lot of my review videos also I was like, I'm really excited for this one product and these other products I'm going to see how I'm going to use, and a lot of times I did not end up using those products because they were just so random and just so out of the blue and just not something I wanted to try out. So I feel like in that way we just don't need Fabbag any longer because again we have so many mini products now and beauty has become so much more accessible than it was back in the day. So I feel like Fabbag has gone a little off the wagon. I feel like they need a little refresher. They need to take a step back and see how they can reevaluate, because again I don't see a lot of people talking about Fabbags, and it was all the hype back in the day. Back in the day everyone wanted to get a Fabbag subscription and they were just so excited for their bags every single month. Now it's more like, yeah, Fabbag who? I know the newer crop of people who are new to the beauty space, they'll be like, what is Fabbag? Just search Fabbag and you'll see my videos, and I used to be gaga over it, but not any longer. And yeah, those were all of the brands I wanted to talk about. Those were all of the brands that I feel currently I'm just not excited about any longer. I really hope that changes in the future. I really hope there are things by these brands that I'm like, wow, I cannot wait to just spend my money on. And do let me know what are brands that you just don't feel excited about any longer. Let's start up this conversation because I feel like beauty is so much more than just makeup tutorials. It's just so much more than just looking pretty and swatching and all of that. There are so many things that we need to talk about, have a deep dive into. So let me know if that's something that interests you guys, and I would love to continue this series with you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Till then, take care. I love you all so much. Mwah. Bye.